Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, I am going to be reviewing the new Glamlite and Hershey's collection. My order finally came in. We will talk a little bit about shipping and whatnot because I feel like it's almost a month. This was released on February 14th and I just now have it. Okay, so if you want to know what I think about the quality of these palettes and the aesthetics and if it's worth your money, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right guys, so this collection released on, or at least it launched on February the 14th. I want to say I received notification that it was shipped about 5 days ago. You're probably wondering why are you just now receiving this collection? I don't know if I missed the fine print or something, but apparently it was a certain date that these products weren't going to be shipped. I didn't know that, so I emailed and direct messaged Glamlite like, hey, where's, I haven't received anything, like it's been 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. I felt like such an ass because they then responded saying, well, this is actually not going to ship until this date. If you have any other questions, let us know. So I was like, oh, I must have not read. I didn't know any of the YouTubers that I watched that received it in PR didn't inform anyone of that. At least I didn't hear that. I don't think I did. Anywho, okay, so yeah, so this was launched on the 14th, but for some reason they had to ship it off a couple of weeks after the launch date. Okay, so Glamlite, this is my second review on one of their products. The chocolate martini was the recent one that I reviewed for their happy hour collection, and I'll link that down below. That one is definitely more of a neutral warm tone palette. That is why I went with a cool tone one today. All right, so with this Hershey's Kisses collection, you can purchase the whole PR for $145. I didn't do that just because I didn't need so many eyeshadow palettes. I already ordered 3, Okay, so there's 5 different ones. The 2 neutral tone ones. One is the chocolate with almonds palette. That's the one I skipped on because it's the warm tone. And this one, which is the milk chocolate. So this is more of the cool tone one. And the purple one, which is the dark chocolate. The blue one, which is cookies and cream. I didn't get that one. I'm not a big fan of blue, really. The pink one, which is called the lava cake. And they also released a lip gloss bundle. It's 4 different lip glosses. If you've been here for a while, you already know I'm not a big fan of lip glosses. And a Hershey's Kisses sponge. I didn't purchase that just because I didn't feel I needed it. So yeah, so I got 3 palettes and each palette individually retails for $18. Okay, for today's eye look, I'm going to be using the milk chocolate palette. And it has, this is so cute. How cute is this? That is the #1 thing that I will give Glamlite. Their presentation is just so cute. The experience is just the most adorable thing ever. It literally looks like a chocolate bag, but it's like a little Ziploc bag. You open it up and out pops out the little palette. How cute is this? It is so cute. It's pretty small and I'm actually quite okay with that. I love this little thing here. It is adorable. And then it opens up here and there it is. So cute. They all open up the same. I am going to start with this one because I don't know out of the other 2 which one I will be putting into the giveaway for this video. So one lucky winner is going to receive one of these palettes. I decided to choose a colorful one just because why not? If you're somebody who doesn't play with color and you end up winning this palette, now you don't feel like, oh, why did I waste money on this? I don't use color. Now you'll get it for free because of the giveaway. All right, so let me go ahead and bring you on in closer and we can get started with this first eye look. All right, guys, so let's get started with this eye look. Here she is again. up close and personal. This does have an 18-month shelf life, and it was made in China. It does have a mirror, but I'm not gonna take off the plastic thing. I don't use the mirrors in palettes, I just don't. I already have my eyes nice and primed. I used the Alamar Cosmetics primer. It's been on my eyes for a little bit, so it kind of is nice and settled. I'm not going to set it. It is a pretty sticky, tacky base, but I think if you let it dry down, it should be good. Okay, I don't even know where I'm starting. I'll dip into this shade right here. And these don't have names, they just numbered them. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So shade 6. This is a Sigma Soft Blend 10. And I'm going to use this in the outer corner. Okay, here's what that shade looks like. It's very pigmented. It's not patchy, but I'm pretty sure it's the Alamar Cosmetics primer. I feel like every time I use this, it gives me issues when I don't set it, but I hate setting it because I definitely feel like it makes the shadows not lay on top of it as well. But it worked great. It did take a tiny bit longer to blend than I would have liked, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, and I think now I'm going to dip into this shade, which would be shade number 3. And this is a Jaclyn and Morphe JH33. And I'm going to put this shade right next to that first corner shade. Oh, this is a beautiful cool tone, taupey brown. And this one's actually blending a lot easier than that first shade. So it might just be that number 6 shade is a tiny bit patchy just because of how dark it is. I don't know. Yeah, because this one's blending out so easy. I am going to bring it on my lower lash line. I did bring that other shade too, but like to the middle. I'm doing this one right in the inner lower lash. Blending a little bit on the edge. Okay, here is what those 2 shades are looking like. I did have to go in with that first dark shade because I felt like I lost it just a tiny bit, and it is the shade itself. I think it's because it's such a dark shade, you do have to work a tiny bit harder to get it nice and blended. So it's not the base, it's definitely the eyeshadow. Okay, now with my finger, I am going to pick up shade number 5, which is this one right here. And I'm going to add that in the inner corner and on the lid. Oh, it's a pretty shade. It almost looks like it has some duochrome flecks in it. It's so pretty. I am going to leave like right in the inner corner empty. It felt very, very soft. Okay, that's what we're looking like. That shade is so interesting as far as texture wise. It feels wet, but like gummy wet. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now I'm going to jump in to shade number 1, which I have a feeling it's going to be more like a topper shade. Oh no, it definitely looks like it has pigment. Oh, maybe I should use my index finger. Let me use my index finger so I can get right in there. Yeah, the texture of this one is definitely different from that other one. And this is gonna go right in the inner corner. And I'm going to lightly drag it so it can blend with that other shimmer shade. I'm going to get a small brush. This is a Refer 13. See if I can pick it up. Okay, let me see. And I'm gonna put it right here. It's barely picking picking up anything. Okay, let me try my pinky finger. There we go. Okay, this is what we got before mascara and all that good stuff. I am going to, with a fluffy brush, this is an Ariel and Morphe A11, grab a little bit of translucent powder and I'm just going to buff the edges out so that it looks a little bit more airbrushed and not so harsh like it looks right now. But when I come back, I'm going to have everything else on so you can see the final eye look and the full face of makeup. All right, guys, and here is what the finished eye look looks like. It's definitely a pretty smoky eye look. Also, I totally forgot to put blush because I was going to bring a couple of options that I can see what would go best once the eye look was done. So that made me to, on the spot, pick purple to be the one for the giveaway since I used the pink shade in the Lava Cake palette as blush, but it's a pretty color as a blush. Right, okay, so I did go in to that inner corner shade as my brow bone. It is such a beautiful shade, shade number 1. I think it's my favorite from the ones that I tested out. I went into the Bright Lashes. It's one of the half styles in Flutter. I did go in to one of Natasha Denona's new lipsticks from the I Need a Rose collection. This is in Peony, and one of her older lip liners. This is in L6. I don't know what's going on with this eye, but it's a little red. Let me scoot out just a tiny bit so you can see the full face, and then we'll move on to look number 2. Okay, this is what the full completed face looks like, and I think this is a very beautiful, beautiful eye look. Definitely makes me look like I'm going out on a date. Okay, so let me take a sip of my wine and let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with look number 2, and we're using the Lava Lake palette, which is the pink toned one. As you already know, with my previous look, I had to dig into this one for the blush. It is a new day and I did not forget blush this time. But since I already touched one of the shades, this is what I have to use now, and it's okay because it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. Now I just got to figure out where I'm going to start. I'm going to try a tiny bit of a different method. I think I'm going to jump into this shade, which, like I mentioned in my first eye look, they're named by numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is shade number 4. This is a Sigma Soft Blend 10, and I'm going to start. I did do a different, like a wear test, and that's why I have mascara on and whatnot. I am going to start in the corner, but I'm going to kind of do like a V type thing. For some reason, this is looking more pink than I wish it did. Okay, there it goes. It's like a maroon red, I think. And I'm going to bring it a tiny bit in like this, and I'm going to wing it out. And I am going to bring it on the lower lash line as well, but only halfway in. Okay, this is what that is looking like. Now I'm going to dip into the darkest shade, which is number 6, and this is a Rephr number 14. And I'm going to deepen up that outer corner just a tiny bit. But I'm gonna create, I want it to look almost like a liner. As close as possible. Okay, that's what that's looking like. Very glam. Okay, now I'm going to jump into shade number 3, which is that pretty pink. This is like a small little Charlotte brush. And I'm going to lay this right next to these shades. And if you lose some of the other colors, it's fine. Just go back with the brush that you used for them and kind of touch it up. I am going to bring this on the lower lash line, and this is going to pretty much cover the rest of the lower lash line. Okay, whatever I had left over on the Charlotte Tilbury brush, I just went ahead and kind of buffed out all of the edges just to make it look like it's a tiny bit airbrushed. But I think I'm going to leave how dramatic this is, just like this. And now I'm going to jump in to shade number 1. Use my finger. Definitely has a shift to it. I'm going to use this on the rest of the inner corner, more than likely, because it looks like it might be like a topper type of shade. You will get fallout, so definitely do your base first when you use this palette. And I'm kind of sweeping. I want it to be the most concentrated in the corner and then just kind of gradiate to the rest of the eye. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. Like that. I'm going to bring it in the inner corner as well. Man, the textures of these topper shades is so interesting. It feels like wet and jelly at the same time. So weird. Okay guys, here is what the eye look looks like before I go in with some lashes and eyeliner. I don't know what color eyeliner I'm going to put on, but I do have some options. I brought like a purple, this navy blue by Charlotte, her duo brown and cream, and I did bring the pink one. So we'll see what I end up with, and I will be back to show you the full eye look, the full face, and we can do some swatches and talk about these palettes. All right guys, this is the final eye look. I did go in with this Essence liner. What is the name? Amethyst. I could have sworn I had like a eggplant purple shade from Urban Decay, but I couldn't find it. So I went with this one, and it pretty much looks black, which sucks, but whatever. I went in, I think these are Kiss Lashes. Jubilee is the style. I cut them to like 2/3, so it's like the inner corner is there. And yeah, here is the final eye look. This is definitely a very pink eye look. So if you don't like super pink eye looks, this might not be the palette for you, but I definitely feel like since it's only 6 shades, it's a good palette that you can add to your collection and kind of mix and match with other more neutral tones and just use 1 or 2 shades of the palette. All right, let me scoot on out and then we can do swatches and all the good stuff. Okay, here is what the full face looks like. I did put on just a tiny bit of that number 3. Is it number 3? 1, 2. Shade number 2 right here. The pink shade on my cheeks like blush. I definitely think I probably should have gone with the pink eyeliner just so that my eyes look more open than they do, but it still looks beautiful. I'm loving this eye look, loving it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some swatches. This is the milk chocolate side and this is the lava cake. So I went ahead and swatched in order 1 through 6. And the last shade is that dark shade from eye look number 1, which I feel was a tiny bit patchy. Looking back at photos that I took of the eye look, I definitely feel like it was a tiny bit patchy, but I think that is the only shade that gave me issues. Everything else that I used was beautiful. And reminder, these are made in China, but gosh, they swatched so nice, and every single shade, beautiful, soft, cushiony. Oh, it's like you're like literally swatching a cloud. So soft. Here is the lava cake one. So I don't know if you could tell the difference between this topper shade and this topper shade. I definitely feel like this one's a tiny bit more glittery than the one from the milk chocolate. Both palettes swatched beautifully. Both palettes are absolutely gorgeous. Super happy with these palettes. All right, guys, so as you know, we have one more palette left, and it is the special dark chocolate palette. Let me take it out of the bag. All right, so here she is. I'm just going to open it up and show you guys. I will definitely sanitize this and put it back in its container. Here it is. So pretty. I'm kind of sad that I don't get to play with these shades, but I cannot wait to bless one of you guys with this palette. I'm also adding this little Dior package. So I placed my order for the new Dior concealer. It came in and I got this free little gift. So what is it? It is a mini lipstick, a mini nail polish, and I think this is like a keychain or something, or maybe something you put, a travel bag thing? I don't even know. I didn't even pull it out. All right, so here it is. I got it out and it's like a little tag for when you travel. That's super cute. I'm being 100% honest. This is literally just going to sit on my vanity and collect dust. So I'd rather give this away to somebody that's actually going to use these products. What are you getting? You are getting the dark chocolate palette and this Dior gift for this giveaway. All right, guys, so what do you need to do in order to be entered into the giveaway? You need to make sure and like this video. Make sure that you are subscribed and go and follow me on my Instagram. I'll put my handle somewhere on the screen. Once you have done those 3 steps, just come back here and comment down below which eye look is your favorite. Okay, so because I am actually shipping off items to a lucky winner, this is going to be a US only giveaway. Every single penny that is spent on this channel comes from my pocket. Like, I don't get any revenue yet from my channel. So that is the main reason why the giveaway is US only. I'm hoping soon that can change with your guys' help, of course. All right, so that's it. That is all you have to do to be entered into this giveaway. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed me playing around with these beautiful palettes. I had so much fun. Glamlite needs to be talked about a tiny bit more than it is, and I do feel like this collection is the way to go if you want to start dipping into the brand, because this little 6-pan eyeshadow palette is $18 and then you won't be overwhelmed. So I definitely feel like this is the perfect collection to start with if you want to start dipping into Glamlite. All right, that is it. That concludes the video on this Glamlite Hershey's collection. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have no idea. With that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Good luck to everyone for the giveaway, and I will see you on my next video.